did a shoe shuffle 36 times before he hit a ball or something. Now, there might have been a bit of mo because I can't watch him play.
I reckon it'd be close. There's definitely...
If anyone was universally loved more that hadn't won,
He'll go off and run and we're going to play again. So we'll have some little... how fucking good is that? Welcome back to another episode of Teabaggers, episode 30. Who would have thought, Sean, that we would have actually got to 30 episodes?
Yeah, mate. It's been a good run and cruising along, aren't we?
Yeah, 100%. We have had a couple weeks off, which we don't like to do.
No.
But we've had a little bit on. But we do also have some big guests coming up. We're trying to line those up. It doesn't always work. Some big sports people, some top-end golf coaches. They're just not available all the time whenever you want. So we have to fit in with their schedule. So that looks like that will pop up in the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
One of the biggest international cricketers in the world.
Yep.
One of the biggest centre-half forwards in the AFL game.
Correct.
One of the top coaches in Australia in terms of the junior sort of thing in the golf space. So some really exciting times and episodes coming up for the Teabaggers podcast.
Yep.
But today, I think we want to run through a bit of the Fairway to Hell because that's probably been taking up a lot of our time.
It has.
For those that haven't heard about it, I don't know how you haven't, but give us a bit of a rundown of what we're doing.
So episode 27, we had Damien Rider on the podcast, 20 world records, extreme sports, guy's just a freak of a human being, basically. And we just sort of threw it out there and said, well, there's a golf world record that no one's ever got because he likes to do things that haven't been achieved before.
Yeah, so he's not trying to beat something else.
No.
He's literally just doing something no one's
ever done. So here in Australia, we have the Nullarbor golf links.
Yep.
It's the longest golf course in the world. It's 1,396 kilometres.
So just really explain this carefully because a lot of people think it's one hole over 850 miles and you're going to have 5,000, 6,000 shots. Now, it's not quite that.
No,
so explain to us how it actually works.
So the Nullarbor is a massive highway in Australia and it stretches across from South Australia to WA.
Yep.
And along that highway, you have roadhouses all the way along to stop, refuel, stay.
And in between that, there's absolutely desert. Nothing.
There's nothing out there. And so what they've done to try and break the trip up a little bit for travellers, a lot of people with the caravans and the families will do the trip, is along the way, they've put a single golf hole at each roadhouse.
Yep.
So you now have 1,400 kilometres roughly.
Yep.
And you have 18 holes of golf spread out along the Nullarbor. The start and the finish are at actual golf courses.
And you can play it back to front. So you can play it Ceduna to Kalgoorlie and Kalgoorlie to Ceduna. It's not correct either way.
Yep, depending on which direction you're going. So that's the Nullarbor. It has the longest straight road in Australia, dead straight road.
Yep.
No one's ever ran the length of that golf course and played it along the run. So
you do have the guys like Ned Brockman, the Lambro brothers that have ran from all the way across Australia, which does participate the Nullarbor. So that's obviously quite a different sort of run. I think the maximum maybe Ned Brockman was running per day was 100 kilometres a day. How many kilometres does Damien have to run to complete it in the time he
So
wants?
we're going to get it done in 12 days. It's going to be 120 Ks a day.
Yep.
So that's 3 marathon lengths a day for 12 days, as well as playing 18 holes of golf along that stretch.
Yeah. So it's not always just run 120 and play a hole.
Yep.
You could be starting off with 2 holes in Kalgoorlie.
Yep.
Run for 40 Ks and then go and play another hole.
Yep.
Or what's the longest stretch between no holes?
I think it's about 180 kilometres between golf holes. But then, as you said, so day one, we tee off at Kalgoorlie. So there's 2 holes at the Kalgoorlie course. Then it's about a 30K run to the next hole, another 20 Ks to the next hole, and then he's got to run enough distance to complete his 120 for the day. So day one, we got 4 holes of golf and 120 Ks.
So obviously the golf's one side of things. Now, for everyone listening, Damien actually hasn't played a round of golf ever.
No, he's not a golfer.
He's not a golfer. He's not a runner.
Yeah.
He's hit a few balls on our sim and he's going hard with his training with Wiki. But he hasn't actually played a round of golf. So we're going to probably take him out next week to actually play his first ever round of golf.
Yep.
He's also not a runner. He has run a marathon here and there, but that was off the cuff of a mate saying, hey, I'm running the Gold Coast Marathon in 3 days. Do you want to do it? And he's like, yep, why not? I'll do it carrying a mattress.
Yep.
So he's just not going to do it as running. What do you think is going to be the hardest point for him? Like, we're obviously his support crew. We haven't done anything like this before. What are we going to be trying to expect that we're going to have to deal with along the way? Obviously, Damien's sore legs, toenails falling off and all that is going to happen.
Yep.
From our point of view, what do you think we're going to be the most issues we're going to come across?
I think we're going to there'll be that element of boredom for you and I, because when Damien's running, we drive ahead, park at the campsite and basically wait for him to catch us, and we'll be going back and forward filming him. But during times where he's just running and we're not filming, we're going to be sitting there. And as you said, there's nothing out there. It's nothing. It's desert, pure desert.
Couple dead camels, I heard.
Camels, yeah. We might see a kangaroo and some man-eating spiders and shit like that. But, so we'll be factoring that in for us. And I guess for us to get up early, get him going, set up, make sure everything's right. A lot of the setup and the behind-the-scenes stuff will be our challenge. And just, I guess it'll be a lot of wait and see how he's traveling, won't it? We'll just be sort of banking on him getting through and seeing how he's running and seeing how he's feeling. You've done your massage courses, so you'll be chief massage therapist.
Massage therapist, yeah,
when he gets sore at night. I think we're still deciding which one of us rub him up at night.
Flip a coin, I reckon.
Yeah, but so look, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's exciting, and no one's ever done it. Yep. We've never been over there. He's never ran this far, so yeah, plenty.
It should be exciting.
Yeah.
Just quickly, what do you reckon he's going to shoot?
I reckon he will shoot 120.
So we did the little video the other day where he pulled my Raptor about 250 metres. Then we came in.
Ran 12Ks first.
Oh, so ran 12Ks first, then pulled my Raptor 250 kilometres with 200 kilo blokes in the back.
Yep.
Then we made him play hole 17 at St Andrews Old Course, which is a par 5 with the road hole on the building on the side. Now, he had 17 shots, hit the building 4 times.
Yeah. And that he was unlucky there because, as I said to him, there's no buildings out in the Nullarbor. Yeah. We're out with nothing out there. So if he slices one off the tee, as long as he gets it up the fairway, we can keep moving and get it through because it's pretty much all dirt out there. So he won't factor in out of bounds to his score. But, as we saw just with the fatigue, he was seeing 3 balls on that tee block. He's going to get to some holes and he's ran 80, 90 Ks for the day, and then he's got to try and tee up and hit a ball. It's hard enough to do when you're paying attention and not fatigued.
Yep.
So I think it's just the little missed shots, isn't it? You know, you duff a chip, you miss a putt, those add up a lot, and under extreme fatigue and over a long period of time, it's just the little ones that'll get him. I don't think he'll play a bad round. I think it'll just be hard to keep on top of your scoring, really.
Yep. All right. Well, I've got 111.
Yep.
I know 11's his favourite number.
Oh,
so we're going to go the 111.
Yeah, good.
Now, we've got to get a few rounds into him so we can really think. We're going to play alongside while he plays the hole. We'll caddy for him. He'll go off and run, and we're going to play again. So we'll have some little competitions to get the time going. Yep. One great thing we do have, obviously, for our American listeners at home, AFL, the Australian Football League, has its big grand final. So that's the equivalent to the American Super Bowl.
Yep.
Now, that's right in the middle of it. And if you're looking at predictions on who would possibly be in there, now it's still got 4 or 5 weeks to go before it's announced. But the Crows, which is my team, the Adelaide Crows, and Collingwood Magpies, they're probably the second favourite. That's your team.
Yeah.
So we could be sitting in the middle of bumfuck nowhere with our new titanium caravans.
Yes.
Now, we'll talk about titanium caravans in a minute.
Yeah.
Going head-to-head in an AFL grand final, completely missing it. And, I've never seen the Crows play personally live in a grand final. I saw the ones in 97, 98. But what do you reckon? We just have a big party?
Well, I think we're going to have to. It's just you and me. We'll have to send it and middle of nowhere so we can make as much noise as we want. We won't be offending any neighbours. We've had a few good grand final parties over the Journey Dale, but the neighbours didn't always like those ones. So we'll be all alone out there and be able
no
to
noise complaints.
No, that's right. And maybe an early night for the loser and the winner can celebrate. So no, it should be a lot of fun.
No, awesome. I did just mention now on the sponsors, we have had an absolute hoot of brands that just want to actually come in and be involved in this event we're putting on together. So one of the hole-in-one sponsor that we've got, now that's the top sponsor, Lawnhub.
Yes.
Now, tell me about Lawnhub.
Lawnhub, I mean, what a great product. We all love our lawns, and it's a great fit for a golf company, isn't it? Because it's all about the greenery and the grass. So Lawnhub, their founder, Clint, who's a ripping bloke, and has come on board and going to support us and be a key part of the journey with us.
So if you're looking for any fertilizer, anything to do with your lawn to get it looking like, you know, a football oval or anything like that, go check out Lawnhub. Now, they are only available in in Australia at the moment. Internationally, they are working on, and that will come soon. But still, go check them out. What I love and it represents, we've obviously got the Golf Hub brand, which we've run that logo for a little while. Theirs is Lawnhub, based off the same parody sort of logo as ours. And all their products are actually related to that. So, my favourite product of theirs is the Trojan. It's the golf course green sort of fertilizer, little white caps, makes the lawn absolutely pumped full of nitrogen and looking absolutely perfect for the spring and the summer season. So we're going to do a little bit of work for them. You will see Lawnhub being promoted over the next sort of 6 weeks.
Yep.
And hopefully that partnership is longer lasting than that.
Absolutely.
Now, the other one I'm really excited about is the titanium caravan.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
go on.
Well, if you haven't seen the titanium caravans, now this thing is a behemoth of a caravan. It actually, I think, is one of the first caravans to have a 54-inch TV on the side of the caravan. So we'll just pull up in the middle of the Nullarbor. We'll grab a couple TJM deck chairs out, and we will pretty much sit back, turn the TV on with our Skylink, and sit back and watch the news like we're sitting in the city somewhere.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Big shout out to Titanium for jumping on board, and a great crew there. And they were super excited to be a part of it. So we're going to be sleeping in comfort, which is one thing, and get some TVs to be able to watch the footy and everything else going on in the world while we're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. Perfect. So we do have some other sponsors that are coming on board, which we'll be going through and making some content with them over the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
So we're excited to bring them to life, and we're thankful for them getting on board. And hopefully this event can all go to plan, and we have some big party on October the 5th in Ceduna. It's actually Oyster Festival over there. So
Oyster Festival. It's Ceduna's biggest event for the year. A massive seafood festival. They have 4,000 people in the little town of Ceduna celebrating, and we're going to be running in just after lunchtime on Sunday. Well, Damien will be running in.
We might run the last.
We might just to make it look like we've done some work along the way.
Sweat it up.
Yeah, and play his last 2 holes, and then we'll get amongst the festivities in Ceduna. So it's going to be a ripping weekend there for sure.
Awesome. Now, one little thing just to finish on the recap of Fairway to Hell. It's actually Damien's 50th birthday the day we start.
Yep.
Now, a lot of the guys that have tried to run across Australia or the Nullarbor are early 20s.
Yep.
Now, he's double their age.
Yeah.
Now, that's just probably a world record in itself. So we're going to clean up a few world records along the way.
Yep.
But, 50-year-old running the Nullarbor, 3 marathons per day for 12 days straight. What do you reckon? Can it be done? But anyway, moving on from Fairway to Hell, PGA Tour news. What's been going on in the PGA Tour?
Tommy Fleetwood.
How fucking good is that?
I mean, would be if anyone was universally loved more that hadn't won, it was Tommy Fleetwood.
Yep.
And he's come close even in the last few weeks, and he's fallen away in events, and the choke tag gets thrown out. People are thinking, is he ever going to get there? It was the most viewed Sunday non-major for all season for PGA Tour.
Nice.
So the people tuned in to watch him.
Well, I know our chat groups go nuts. If Tommy's at the front,
yep,
and especially if he's playing 15, 16, 17, 18 and he puts one in the water
yep,
or puts one lost ball or in the bunker, on a fairway bunker, here it comes.
Here it comes.
So to see him get the wind is great. And you know what shows the level of status for Tommy Fleetwood? LeBron James, the newfound lover of golf, he's tweeting so much while he's playing golf about Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah.
So you're doing all right when the King's out there supporting you.
Yeah.
And even Caitlin Clark got into it as well.
Yeah.
So good old Tommy. And obviously that he won at Eastlake, which is the FedEx Championships or whatever it is. Now, apart from winning that one event, he didn't actually win an event the whole time, which is a bit like what happened with LIV with Jon Rahm.
So we had Jon Rahm last week win the individual LIV title without winning an event at all.
What's your thoughts on that? Should that be able to be done, or is that just game?
I would say in general circumstances I wouldn't mind, but when you have a guy that's won 5 events, there needs to be more weight on the winning if a guy's won nearly half the events for the year, surely that's enough to take out the individual title. So Joaquin was a bit unlucky there.
Yep.
But yeah, Tommy, I mean, this year it was a different layout of game with how the FedEx Cup was decided.
Hard to keep track of all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it changes every couple of years. I don't know if they've got it quite right yet. I saw some suggestions of match play, and I like that idea.
Yep.
If they had the top 30 just faced off in a match play circumstance, winner take all. But I didn't like them getting a stroke advantage. It just didn't make it interesting.
Yeah.
You know, Scheffler starts 10 shots up. It's like, why are we watching? It's, you know, so I prefer this than that format. Yeah. But look, I think it was awesome that he won it, you know, because he's come close. He's contended all year. And so it was just a great winner.
What did the prize money look like for Tommy Fleetwood and Rahm?
So Tommy got 10 million US for his win.
Yep.
And Rahm got 18 million for his win.
On top of their prize money for whatever top tens
during the season, so that was just the event winnings.
Not a bad payday.
Yeah. And then Rahm with the Legion getting the championship, the team championship for LIV, they got a further, I think, 14 million.
Yeah, right.
But 60% of that goes to the team entity.
Yep.
40% to the individual players, of which is 10%. So each player. So
each player got 10%.
Yeah. So good little payday for Rahm going with the double there.
Yeah, that's it. Well done. So that's good to see. I would have liked to see, you know, you win a few events for the year to be able to win. So maybe the point system needs to be checked out and maybe changed there. But, you know, let us know what you guys think at home. Do you think they were deserving winners or should it have been changed? So just obviously next big thing in golf is the Ryder Cup.
Yes.
Now, we spoke about that before. I don't think the key main players, the locks, the automatic qualifiers have actually changed much since we last talked about it. You've got Scotty Scheffler, JJ Spawn, Xander Schauffele, Russell Henley, Harris English and Bryson as the locks for them. Now the captain's pick, will the captain play, all that sort of stuff. Now that's the most talked about thing in the Ryder Cup at the moment, isn't it? And as of the time of recording, now Keegan's captain picks are coming out in about 10 hours time. So by the time this actually gets aired, the captain's picks will be picked. But what are you thinking? Will Keegan play and coach?
Yeah.
Or captain,
sorry? No, he has to. His form says yes.
Yep.
If you're you captain the team to win, don't you? So you got to pick your best team.
Yeah.
You've got your assistants and all your helpers. I don't think the burden of playing and being a captain is going to be too much. So I don't see an issue there. We've had, Tom Watson come out.
So Tom Watson wasn't happy. He said it was an operational nightmare.
Right. So obviously it's a role that we're not familiar with all the ins and outs of what they do.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there's a lot going on that he needs to be across, maybe it's distracting if he's on the course when he needs to be assessing players and decisions and that. But, you know, enough people are saying he should play that makes me think, well, his form says he should. Those that have been a part of it think he should. I think you play for sure.
Yeah. No, I think I don't think he plays.
Okay.
Me personally, I just think do your captain. There's some other players that are around the same amount. I don't really care either way either. But I think be a captain. Let the other guys know. The other guys that are like in that captain's pick space is Justin Thomas, which he's always seems to be up there. It doesn't matter whether he's playing good or not. I think it's a personality thing. Colin Maricari, Patrick Cantlay.
Just with Patrick Cantlay, I hope they don't pick him because the event will go for 3 days longer than it should. Yeah. He's getting out of control with his play.
It's hard to watch, isn't it?
Phil Mickelson tweeted that like he did a shoe shuffle 36 times before he hit a ball or something. Now, there might have been a bit of mayo because I can't watch him play, but get on with it. Like we've talked about this time and time again. He got put on the clock and he said, oh, yeah, that's just golf. It is what it is. It's like, no, you're fucking slow. That's what it is. And I don't know why they don't call him out. I hope he doesn't get picked. He's a bit of, I don't know. I just don't know why they can't play a bit quicker personally. But
well, Sam Burns is the surprise one that popped up on that possibly could be a pick there. Wouldn't necessarily have picked that, but that one's a little bit of a cheeky one that popped up during the week.
Yep.
Then you got Team Europe. Once again, I think that may have only changed that bottom thing with Rasmus Højgaard or whatever his name is. You got Rory, Robert McIntyre. Now, isn't that story fantastic?
Yeah.
That he's, I think, number 8 in the world now already.
Yeah, he's flying.
He is absolutely flying, and I hope the Europeans just win because they party the best.
Yeah.
They like to get on it. And I reckon you got Rory's probably a bit boring, but Robert McIntyre's going to lead the party there.
Yep.
Couple champagne showers, and then I think Tommy's just ready to prime time as well.
Yep.
So you've got obviously Tommy, Justin Rose, Terrell Hatton, and Rasmus Højgaard. And then you got your captain's picks. Obviously, Rahm would be a shoe-in.
Yep.
And then you got Victor Hovland, which I think would be a good pick as well. Oberg.
He hasn't
Shane
had
Lowry,
the best year, Oberg, but he's a good player. So it'll be interesting to see who they go with.
Yep, very good. The other big news that's come out this week around the Masters,
yes,
the automatic qualification into the Masters for the Australian Open winner.
Yep.
Now that opens up massively for the LIV golf players. So there's a number of LIV players that don't have world ranking points, so they're not going to play on the majors, but they do come back to Australia to play in the Australian summer, and that's an automatic qualification, which I think is fantastic. To see there. So it might actually draw some bigger names down to Australia for the Australian Open.
Yeah, well, they've added a few others as well. The South African Open, the Japan Open, the Scottish Open.
Yep.
There were a few other Spanish Opens. So for the Masters to open the books a bit, to let those pathways come through is exciting. And as you said, it will boost those fields beyond what they might normally get, hopefully, and which is awesome to see. And barracking for someone coming down the stretch, knowing there's a Masters spot on top of a shot at the Open as well is pretty exciting.
100%. And then you've got Rory coming down this summer as well. So it's going to be a big season for Australian golf. That did kick off last week in Papua New Guinea.
Yes.
Which sounds strange. It's Australian tour in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
And then they're in the Northern Territory Open this week.
This weekend,
That's just the kickoff of the season. So we're just about to head into the spring and the summer in Australia.
Yep.
So we're looking at that. Creator Classic news.
Yes.
Is that getting boring or?
Yeah, it is.
I did it once and now we've done 5 in bloody 3 months.
Yeah, look, I watched a little bit of it the morning it was on because the time works out that while I'm getting ready for coming to work, it was on. It was boring. There was no one there. Everyone knew who was going to win.
Everyone called who was going to win well and truly as soon as it announced. Obviously, Brad Dolke from Good won. Now, I was just looking around the handicaps of that bloke. His handicap at the moment is plus 7.5. So that's pretty much a tour rank player. Just to give that the context of Bryson, he's plus 9.1. Now, I know that whatever that difference is huge in golf. Like even those points at that level is massive.
Yep.
But do you reckon Brad's good enough to play on tour?
Well, I guess if he was, he would be.
Do you reckon it's the money, the guaranteed money of YouTube that's pulling him back rather than go try and make a few cuts to get paid?
Yep.
YouTube, make a video, get a couple million views with good and get paid.
Exactly, yeah. I think that would be the thing. I mean, you see it with a lot of sports, and I mean, Brooks has talked about it before that he's an athlete that happens to be good at golf. He doesn't care about minor events. He only cares about majors. Now, obviously, he's with LIV though, but for him, it's not like I just want to be the best golfer in the world. So I think a lot of that will come to personal drive. Like, what's your ambition? If it's to make money and you just happen to be bloody good at golf, you're going to do YouTube golf if you've got a personality and you're interesting. If you're driven to just be the best golfer in the world, well, you'll always grind to try and get on the PGA Tour and win some majors. I don't really know. I don't know what his personal motivations are, and but he's around the mark, so you sort of feel like you're making some bank with good. Get over on the tour, and
I reckon he would give half the PGA Tour card holders a run for their money.
You reckon?
I reckon it'd be close. There's definitely plus 7.5 handicaps, pretty handy.
Yeah. So he has had a crack on the Corn Ferry before, and didn't get through. So I guess that, if they're making a lot of money on YouTube, they've got a lot of time to play golf. So he's
100%.
He can definitely practice and grind, and
not as much pressure of creating YouTube video that gets paid at the creator fund compared to making a putt on 18 to make the cut and get paid or not. So the other one that has, I think, been played is the Barstool one. Now I think Portnoy was going to put up $1 million for that. My understanding, it's been played, but nothing's been released. So they've obviously all signed NDAs on who won and whatever, and they're going to edit the video and release it to capture the views. Are we just going to see more of these creator classics, or do you reckon they're done?
I think we'll see more. Whether they get interesting or not, whether they hold the interest of people will be the challenge. Like you said, the very first Creator Classic before the Players, that was awesome. They had a crowd there for it. It was pumping. It was exciting. It was the first time they'd done it. By the time this one rolled around, interest has sort of sapped a bit. The Barstool one, I think the first one will be really popular. And then it's how do they saturate it and do them 5 a year and people stop caring? Do they just hold 1 a year? That's the pinnacle. It'll remain to be seen. But yeah.
Oh, well, watch that space. I think it's
who's your tip that won the million?
Won the million. Did Brad play?
No. I don't know.
I don't know. He's probably way better than everyone else by the look of it.
Yeah.
He won $100,000 US at Eastlake, so he's rolling in the cash now. But everyone wants Fat Perez to win, don't they?
Maybe, yeah. I hope Trent goes close.
Yeah.
There must be a handicap. Yeah, there's got to be handicapped. I think that'd get people going, so it'd be good for a bit of banter anyway.
Very good. Now, one thing we did want to just close out the show, obviously for everyone that's still listening now, you are our number one fans to still be on the potty at the into the 30th something minute. But we've had some issues with our American shipping. Now, the tariff news, the Trump tariff, that's been headline news for a good couple months now.
Yep.
And it hasn't really affected us. Now, for anyone that really knows, over 50% of our customer base is in the US. We ship everything from Australia, and we've done that for the last 11 years. Now, what we've just seen that happened yesterday is that our local postal service, Australia Post in Australia, has ceased all shipping to the US. And that's happened in Europe too with Royal Mail. So it's nothing just Australia Post has sort of done. Even DHL's had to cut some back and things like that. But we are having some issues right now with shipping to America.
Yep.
So we do apologise that. We are working around the clock to find a solution. We were on the phone straight after this today and hopefully have a solution by probably within the next 24 hours to continue that shipping service.
Yep.
But yeah, for any of our fans that are affected by our shipping into the US, we do apologise. We are doing everything we can to get it online, and we appreciate it, all the support we do get from the US. So keep an eye out for that news. We did post something yesterday on social media. Now, the one thing that affects me about that post on social media, it's one of our most engaged posts we've had for the last, say, month or two.
Yeah.
How does something like that about bad news turn into the most engaged thing and then turn into a political fight around Trump and not Trump, who favours him, who's not? It's like all we're saying is, at the moment, Australia Post is not shipping to America, so we're trying to find a new solution. We're not supporting Trump either or way. It is what it is. He's got to do what's best for his country, and we'll
There was no opinion piece from us whatsoever. It was a factual piece that we can't use Australia Post to ship to America. We got accused by some numpty of being woke. So what the fuck are you even talking about? We just can't send something. It's not political, but yeah, definitely. The comments section got triggered pretty quickly by that. But look, it's Australia Post call. It is what it is, and we're working on solutions, and we'll be back. And before you know it, so
yeah, awesome. So that's a wrap of episode 30 of the Teabaggers podcast. Keep an eye out for the next couple episodes coming out. We do have some fantastic guests, but tee it up and hit some fairways.